All right, I guess I'll start since you want to be like that. I kind of don't want to do it.
I got it, guys.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the GWAD channel. Today, we're going to be talking about e-dating.
How'd I do? How'd I do?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Your mic peaked so much doing that. What is up, everybody? Fucking hit my box. What is up, everybody at GWAD? We are back, episode 6, the final season of final episode of
Episode of
season 1.
season 1.
Mhm.
Yeah!
And today, as you can tell from the title, we're going to be talking about our dating experience. And coincidentally, we had some Minecraft girlfriends. Yep.
What?
Yep.
Let's start off
It it
with
it it's a bad look.
what?
Start off with what?
We should
Start off with what?
introduce the guest.
Yep. And here we have Ty, which we're going to be calling him. Ty in the podcast. Ty, introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Tyler. I'm a guest on this podcast, as you could see.
Yep,
And
Ty.
I'm 18 years old. I'm single, ladies. So,
That's right. And Ty has
Yeah,
been around. He's been around for a while. And
around quite a bit.
we met originally, me and Ty. We met on a Minecraft server called Lifeboat. And that was like at least 5 years ago. At least, probably more, way more. But off
Probably,
the top of
yeah.
my head, I can't remember. But yep, we met off of Minecraft Hunger Games server, and that brings us to the first experience that I had. Although, before I start with my experience, Jeremy, how did
Yo.
you?
So, of course, we've all played Minecraft when we were younger. Like recently I haven't like gotten back on it, but back then I would play a lot. I would play like every day. So this all starts back in like 2017 when the Switch first released. And I got the Switch for my birthday.
Nintendo Switch? Okay.
Yeah. And this was before like Minecraft. I think it was before Minecraft came out with like the crossplay Bedrock edition. So there was only like Nintendo Switch edition, PS4 edition, Xbox edition, and you couldn't crossplay back then.
Okay.
On the console only versions, there were like the built-in mini games. It wasn't like the servers like Lifeboat and all that. It was just like what the game gives you. It was like it had like Spleef survival games, and I think it was like
So
this
you-
one like elytra gliding thing.
Okay.
I used to play that.
So it's pre-selected for you.
Yeah.
You can't do custom.
No, you couldn't. It wasn't like those servers that you have now, but it was online.
Okay.
So on the Switch, you have the ability to see the people who you played with, and you can friend request them, and they can friend request you. I would just add random people to my friends list, and random people would add me. We would just like join each other's world, and most of the time it was like they made their own mini games, like in a flat world.
So these dudes, you're hanging out with dudes, right?
I honestly don't even know. Like it was just random people. It could have been
Wrong
females.
ass, and
Okay, but like, yeah.
No,
So
they,
these are
they
just-
were probably all mostly like kids.
Are these randos?
I doubt
Or are these
fucking
actual?
adults would be playing Minecraft on Switch.
Yeah. Okay. So you just play with randoms basically.
Yeah,
What were you mainly playing?
like what do you mean?
You didn't play like PvP or like
Oh
something
yeah.
specific?
Yeah, I usually played like survival games, and that's
Okay.
where like where I added most people. Like we friend requested.
All right.
what was your
So
pickup
what's
line?
There was no like, you couldn't do like what is it called? Like voice chat. There was no game chat. I'm
So
pretty
you did
sure
text.
there was no text chat either. There might have been, but I
What?
doubt I
Okay.
doubt anyone
So
used
this is
it.
interesting. Okay, this is interesting.
Yeah.
No text, no voice. How does this go?
Yeah, so then people would just like have their worlds open and then we would just join each other. And like I said, like people would just like make their own mini games. I think at one point I made one too, like a whole world. But eventually I joined this one world and somehow I met this one girl who was just like friends with like another friend on my friends list. And
Okay,
it was like
mutual.
it was a survival world. It wasn't like a mini game world actually. And I was just fucking around in there. Like I don't know what exactly made me do this, but I just went around the world like in this Minecraft world looking for flowers. And then I would just break them. And you know how you can throw like the throw button?
Okay, so
Yeah.
this
I
is
would
the
just like
Riz.
throw stuff at I would just throw the flowers at her for some reason.
Oh yeah.
This is the Riz.
And
Got
like
that
I don't
Rose
even know,
Riz.
I think I was trolling, but after I kept throwing the flowers at her, she would just do like you know how you can press the sneak button? Like you just
Yeah,
spam the sneak button. No, 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 no,
Oh
no. It's
yeah.
not. It's
wait,
not
so what
like.
is this?
Dude.
Bro went in.
No,
You give her the
no,
flowers,
no,
and he's like, "Go
no.
upstairs."
Was
It
she
was just
pretending
like
like the flowers were like dollar bills or something?
yeah. No, 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 no,
Hiding.
no. No.
Join the strippers
It was
world.
just. It wasn't anything
Keep her
like that.
going. Keep going. So you give her the flowers. Where does this go?
uh, but yeah, like with the sneaking thing back then, that was just something you did, like to communicate. It was like saying that you're happy or some shit.
Oh, you spam it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
spam it. Jump. Okay.
yeah,
But she's like she's happy. She's like jumping
yeah.
up, crouching. She's like, yeah, yeah.
From there, like I just kept joining either her worlds or like worlds that she was playing in, and I don't remember how it just
Wait, 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 wait.
what
Wait. So what's the skin? What's the skin? What's the skin that like? What's her skin look
my
A
like?
mole
skin.
rat.
What's her skin? What's her skin? Her Minecraft skin
I
look
can
like?
tell you my skin. It was like
Oh, what
the.
was your skin?
Let me look it up.
It was a mole rat.
Bruh. Can't remember.
No, I do remember, but let me like, so you can visualize it.
What about the girl?
That's what
Was
I'm
it like
trying.
a?
Oh yeah, yeah, right. So the girl, I don't actually remember what skin she used. She would always change it.
Oh, so she's changing it. Okay.
Yeah,
Give me an idea.
I used this skin because on the Switch you had like the Nintendo skins.
Oh
You had the
yeah.
Mario skins.
Imagine this throwing flowers at you.
That I don't know if I had that skin. I'm pretty sure I did have it on, but that was the main skin I used. I feel like she did have a skin that she used, but I'm pretty sure she changed it from time to time.
Okay. So you got this girl changing skin. Changing skins day to day, and you giving her roses.
Yeah.
So how does this develop?
So yeah, I was saying I don't remember like how it just became a thing, but we eventually just kept like giving each other flowers and like building like hearts and shit for each other in like creative mode. We would just like build shit for each other and like saying uh like I heart you and shit.
Oh yeah.
And I remember I used to get like stacks of like the red flowers. I think they were called like poppies because there
Yeah,
aren't like the
yeah.
roses in Minecraft. And like I just got stacks of them in my inventory, and then I would just spam them and shit. And the only way of communicating, I think everyone just
signs.
used the signs. Yeah,
Yep.
and like eventually we like told each other things about like ourselves in real life, and I told her about my YouTube channel. And because she didn't use like or she wasn't allowed to like use social media.
Whoa. She got grounded.
I don't
For
know.
life.
She got grounded after talking to you. Seeing like 64 flowers on the ground. Who's this man? You know, this should be like a 30-year-old on the other side of this video game you're playing. But
So,
your mic
yeah.
peaks so loud. Okay,
Um,
so
then at some point, Bedrock Edition did release, and like,
crossplay.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
I think at this point, the old version of the game, which was the Nintendo Switch
Wait.
edition,
So how long has this been going on for until the console comes out?
so probably
How
like
long does this keep going for?
a
You keep
few
it on there for
months,
hours.
probably a few
Blah blah blah.
months.
5 months?
No, less than that, probably.
Okay, less than 5 months.
And the old version of the Switch, it was kind of getting abandoned by everyone. Like I used to have friends in there, like aside from her.
So the new gen comes out, everybody's switching.
Yeah, right. So this, well, like, also I feel like all of us were kind of like growing up, or like growing out of it. So everyone just stopped like getting on the game, and we eventually, like us too, we eventually like forgot about each other. I guess I still have her on my friends list, but I'm pretty sure she like hasn't been online in a while. So we never really like ended it or like broke up.
So you're still dating?
No, 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 no. Wait.
You still
Like
send some flowers.
we never told each other like we wouldn't be like together anymore or whatever. But since we're older now, I kind of assume that we can both look back and like not even like see it as not even like a serious relationship. But, like
So basically,
requires
she
us
got
to
the
talk
new
about it.
gen.
What?
So she got the new gen Switch.
No, no,
She got the
no, no.
new
She didn't.
gen.
She didn't. Like
How
everyone
does
else
this
did.
go? How did this break off?
She just stopped playing. Like
Were you not
we both kind of just
listening?
stopped playing.
So you got ghosted. Okay.
No.
Not ghosting, you weirdo.
Yeah, it is.
That is
You
not
think she just
ghosting.
stopped playing the Switch?
No.
Ghosted.
But I also stopped.
Oh,
You
okay,
just
so you
drifted
just
apart, basically.
It was just like
you grew up.
mutual.
Okay.
Like yeah. So yeah, we didn't see it as like something we had to talk about. Probably that's what I assumed. Because we were
It
like
was
we were
just fun. Okay.
kids. We were in like I was in like middle
And
school. I was in 7th grade.
You didn't add each other on like something to talk
No, because
or
she,
chat?
like I
No.
said, she didn't use like social media.
Oh, okay, okay.
The only thing she did add me on, aside from that, was like she used her mom's account to subscribe to my channel. That's it. Like she didn't have her own account.
that's really funny.
But yeah, this took place in 7th grade, and it probably ended the summer before 8th grade. So, in
Wasn't too
conclusion,
long.
this like my story doesn't really have like a heartfelt message or whatever, like a meaningful message like my last one. But I guess a message I can give for anyone who's like in this kind of relationship, I would say is like consider the reality of the relationship and like if both sides see it as something serious and like if you do like if you're in this like online relationship, I don't know, like
Long
I'm not saying there's
distance.
nothing
Yep.
wrong with that. What?
Long distance.
Yeah, yeah. But like just consider like what's best for both of you and like what the future of that relationship will look like. Otherwise like you'll get tired of like not being able to truly be together in real life and it just kind of falls apart and it'll be hard to end it with this person because you would feel bad and like that's kind of how I felt too. I didn't want to officially say anything back, like
Okay, so
say
you're
back to
talking about how to prevent it, right? But
no,
like,
I'm
what
just
if
saying
you're
like
already in it?
to handle it. No, that's what I'm saying. If you are in it, just make sure.
So what's the first step? So like, say I'm dating a girl and I can't stop messaging her. I can't stop messaging her on Discord. Well, what's the first step?
The first step to what?
Yeah,
To break up with her?
how do I? Well, whatever you recommend.
There is no first step. Like do what you want, but just like
If that was you,
consider
okay.
right. Just consider if
How
like
about that?
you're gonna see this as a real relationship. Because like I was saying, I kind of felt bad back then. I didn't want to say anything back then because of like we probably saw our relationship like seriously. So my only option was to just leave it alone and act like we've both moved on, which I know sounds like a dick move, but I was only a child.
No. Yeah, you
Oh,
yeah, you also gotta
think that you guys are kids.
Yeah.
It's not
So
going
how
to
do
be
you
Right.
completely
So
define?
I'm saying like,
serious.
if anyone who's already like older, just don't make sure to not get to that point.
So what? How do you imagine like a good relationship then?
Uh,
What does that look like?
honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't have enough experience with like a serious online relationship. Just as long as both of them are happy, I guess. That's what I'm.
Okay. Okay. So that's
Right.
it for your story?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to go Ty or I go?
It's up
Okay.
to you guys.
Yep. Go Ty. Spit your shit.
Uh, all right. Um. So when I played Minecraft on my little iPad, yes, I was an iPad kid.
We all were.
Uh, I used to play Minecraft all the time. I used to just go on a bunch of random servers, just bounce around, see what goes on. I used to play Hunger Games a lot. I was a badass at it, just saying, I was like the best. And I would jump around the lobbies, and I would just talk to random people. And I remember how it happened. I saw Fox walking around a couple of times but like before we even started talking. And then I saw in the chat, you know how people like used to say like 1, 2, 3 to join a server or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. They used to
I
be like,
saw that and I was like, sure, I'll join. And I said 1, 2, 3, and they gave the server information. I joined. It was 3 girls and me and Fox. And we started talking, chatting, and these girls were cool. And I remember Fox used to annoy the shit out of them, and they would take their privileges. They would like take his like mining and privileges away, so he couldn't do anything, and they would put him in a cage.
yeah, no, they like I love trolling. I don't know why. I still to this day want to like fuck with people. I just love trolling. I have a
Yeah,
knack for that.
I
They
was kind
fucking
of like,
they
uh,
bullied the shit out of me like for a year doing that. Like it was uncalled for. A year is wild.
yeah, I
And they
know.
put me in the mode where you cannot build, you cannot attack. You're literally an NPC.
Yeah, and you would just say the most randomest bullshit in the chat. It was, and I thought it was funny at first, but they were getting really annoyed, and I don't know. I felt bad for the longest time. I was like, you know, what if we let him out? You know? And they were like hard stuck on letting you sit in there.
No, I don't. I think they literally just internalized that I'm just meant to be fucking locked up. I don't know why they never considered the fact that like I had feelings. They were just like, nope, lock this fucking cunt up, put him in guest mode. So keep going, Shy.
Yeah, there is this one girl. Her, I forgot what it was. I think her name. I won't say her name because it's like close to her gamer tag. It's like a couple letters off. But well, her name started with an E, so we'll call her E. So
Hope
E. Alright, yeah.
yeah,
So.
yeah, I said, but okay.
Alright. Well, now it's out there. Whatever. You know how
I
many
can edit
Eleanors
it
that are
now.
out there?
Yeah.
So she she was cool first. I remember a couple of her like the 3 girls. They were close friends, and out of nowhere, like, I kind of like you. Maybe we should date. And I remember not answering her for like an hour because like I didn't know what to do. I wasn't like really into her. I wasn't thinking about dating her at all. But then her friends were like, "Can you just answer her? What's taking so long, man?" Which is
Okay,
completely
so
understandable.
you got peer pressured?
Kind
Oh,
of, yeah.
you got stun locked, and then
Yeah,
what?
I
What
got
made you do it?
unlocked. I figured like why not? Let's see where this goes. And I said yes. We dated for like 5, 6 months, I think. Maybe a little less. I I remember we had like monthly anniversaries.
Yeah,
It was such
that's not on Ty. Ty didn't want
uh,
that. Wait,
yeah.
wait, wait. What do you mean?
So
It was I just hate thinking of it.
so
I
back
thought
then,
he
do you
got.
feel
I
like
got.
it was mostly one sided?
Yeah, but I grew to like her. She was
Right.
cool. As we got to know each other better, I gave her my number. She gave me her number. We would FaceTime a lot. She she had some problems which she would talk to me about. It was a lot. Like there's a lot of shit going on with her that was like fucked up.
Okay, so you got that trauma girl.
Yeah, I got the trauma girl out of the three of them.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember midterms came up, and I said to her, I'm not going to be able to talk to you as much. This when I was in middle school. I won't be able to talk to you as much because I have to study for midterms and shit. And she's like, all right, I get it. And I remember this is when Fortnite was like a big thing. Like me and you used to play all the time, Fox.
Oh yeah. When I got my first Xbox, I literally fucking went on this party.
Yeah.
I
And
forced them to
then
talk.
yeah, we were
Yeah.
talking like party chats, game chats, all that shit on Xbox. And me and Fox, we would play Fortnite. This was during midterm still. And I wasn't really giving her attention because I just wanted to, play Fortnite. And she hated Fortnite. I remember she used to love what's it called, PUBG. I would play that with her sometimes. And she got super mad at me that I was playing Fortnite instead of talking to her. She's like, "You haven't been giving me so much attention. Why aren't you talking to me?" I was like, "Well, I got midterms. I want to do some of my own shit. Blah blah blah." And which I kind of understood. Which I was like, not talking to her as much. But I told her I wasn't going to because I have shit to do. Gotta get on that Fortnite grind.
Oh damn.
No,
He
that
said
wasn't the main
no.
reason.
He said, "You gotta give me more time. You gotta give me more." Nah, I'm playing Fortnite with the boys. I gotta grind this level 100. He's like,
Exactly.
"Oh, ho, ho, ho.
And then
My
she got
boyfriend
super
is."
pissed. And what happened after that? I was trying to talk to her. I was like, chill out. It's not that big of a deal. After midterms, I'll give you more attention. I feel bad. I felt bad not giving her, attention, but she was like, you know, her, how do I say this? She got like overly angry. Like it was o- kind of over exaggerative in a bit. Like she wanted to make a problem. She has problems and stuff
Oh,
at home.
like a drama queen.
Yeah, like a drama queen, basically. Well, like most of the time we would talk, she would sometimes just talk about like her problems, which I wasn't a big fan of.
Okay,
It was
so you're
like,
like the therapist.
yeah, it was a lot of pressure on me too, because I have midterms and shit. So I was like, you know what? I'm not really digging this relationship anymore. Maybe we should like not talk to each other anymore and see other people. And we did.
Bow, ba-da-da-da-dow, bow, 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 bow.
And then me and Fox became good friends after that. Well, not after that, like kind of during it as well. A little bit of after. And I'm very thankful for that crazy woman every day because I met Fox.
You know what's
That's real
wild? I think
shit.
she's the one who somehow she somehow her family knew exact. She didn't know. Her family didn't know exactly who I was, but like my gamer tag that I used to use all the time. Or no, I used to go by Fox a lot. I said
Fox
Cross the Top.
Gamer 487.
Yeah, that was my gamer tag, but everybody just sorted into Fox. So her family just knew me as Fox. Apparently, they all just knew because like apparently she kept talking about me because I would be playing with all three of the other gals servers and it's because I was so annoying. Like they'd keep saying my name over
I,
and
re-
over and over.
I
So
remember
apparently, even in
I talked to her
apparently in real
mom.
life, yeah. What?
Talked to her mom at one time. You just remind me of that because you were talking about her parents. She talked to my mom. We were like doing that parent introduction bullshit. And I remember talking to her mom. It was so fucking awkward.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, I hate it. I hate it.
It's-
I didn't go that far. I
Oh
was
my
like, yeah,
gosh.
that would be too awkward.
I mean, my mom, she like heard us talking sometimes. So, I had to like tell her, you know. There was
I
something
paid
else
this
I
guy.
wanted to say.
I paid this girl $30 to be my
Oh,
girlfriend.
like my opinion on e-dating.
Yeah.
I don't, I'm not against e-dating as long as you're not like, I don't mind e-dating, but I feel like there's a certain age where it's okay. Like when I was in middle school, I don't think you should be e-dating because you don't know what you're doing and it's not a relationship you want to get into, but more of like a older, like an older sense because you're smarter. You're not as dumb like I was and not as cringy. I think in some sense it's okay to e-date because I've seen, I have some friends that e-dated before and they're going strong, you know. I personally would never e-date, but you know, if you feel like you have strong feelings towards that person, I think you should go for it. I've seen like on TikTok people who like e-dated for a while and then like they meet up in real life. That's fucking crazy.
Nah, dude, they're like, oh, that's what you look like? Ew.
Yeah. Have you
Don't
seen that?
lie.
There was a TV show about that. There was like catfishing, and there was like this like one fat bitch, and she was like, the guy was like distraught about it.
This is what I've been messaging for 5 years.
Yeah. The girl was like, "I'm a hot supermodel." It was really funny.
No. Yeah, no, I think my stance on it is it's kind of similar. I didn't want to make this analogy, but like nowadays it's hard for a lot of men and women to date just because of the competition and because social media puts these guys that have like these fucking amazing physiques on
You're talking
display and
about me.
yeah. Okay. But like social media just makes the dating market seem so unbalanced where like girls have this expectation that oh I'd love it if my guy had this like ripped ass fucking shredded six pack and he looked like he
Yeah.
was on steroids. And now it's just to the point where like once you see like even when I see a girl, it's like, yeah, but like I've seen what a supermodel looks like.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it
It ruins your
exactly.
perspective.
Like imagine like how I'd put it is like if you talk to somebody like at my school or like your high school, they're probably gonna have some wild expectations. But if you were to go to like if you were to go somewhere rural where like it's like village girls and shit like that, like they're not that picky. I'm not saying you gotta date a girl that's not picky, but I'm just saying that like nowadays, e-dating is just a lot more of like a way to cope, really.
yeah,
Cope.
Same way that like since we can't get girls, it's like we might as well go on the internet and just
yeah.
start
That's
like,
probably
feeding our
why a lot of
monkeys.
children do it. Like people like us in middle school.
It's coping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because like on Maslow's hierarchy, it's like sex is one of the bottom like it's put on the same place as like food, water and stuff like that. Because
I
naturally we
need
just
it.
have naturally we just want we come to that age where like the hormones just start kicking in. That's why we start like texting these girls and throwing flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like the
Yeah,
hormones are kicking in. and you got this testosterone boosting up. You're like, it does something to you. It just makes wanting to go up to anybody or anything, even if it's not like a girl, as long as it seems somewhat like a girl, there's like an attraction to it. Like how
Yeah, a little
nowadays we
bit
have an
of makeup
attraction.
on and a wig.
No, but like nowadays we have an attraction to like block characters, like Minecraft girlfriends and like Roblox, and like people date on Roblox, even though it's literally like a block character. But
Yeah.
because it resembles
Right.
a girl, because in our minds we say, well, you know, girls in my school don't like me, and I'm fat in real life, but I can wear this avatar that looks pretty good. And this girl, she says she looks pretty good. She talks pretty good, and it's like we build this illusion.
Yeah.
So we live in illusion, and that's better than reality. So reality is just tough right now, and a lot of people just cope by doing what they shouldn't. You know, like dating girls that they shouldn't. And I would say I'm not gonna say just don't do it, but at least if you're gonna go into it, just don't stay there like forever. Like you don't have to have like a time where like you predict that you're gonna like stop this, but like just don't expect it to really get that far. Just be
Just be
like,
smart with it.
basically, it's like
Don't have
just
high
don't leak
expectations.
anything. Don't tell her your address. Don't tell her
Yeah.
just like your name is fine, but like don't be like, oh, I live in this state. Oh no, mm,
Well, state's fine.
it's fine, I'd say, but like still, you don't want to go. If you're going downstate, you're probably soon gonna get into address. But like, don't tell your address. Don't say your city in specific or anything like that. Don't try to meet up. Honestly, like just understand that it's a fantasy. Like this isn't really what you're expecting it to be. She's not that girl that you're gonna marry. This is just a girl online that you like the avatar of. You like the avatar. You don't like the girl. That's what I'm
I
trying to
mean,
say.
that's kind of with dating in general. I don't really have like high expectations. You're not gonna marry this chick.
Yeah, I
Maybe in
guess
our
we're too
age.
young.
Yeah.
We're too young. We really just date the first thing that we see attractive.
Basically,
But like
it's just for
you
experience,
know,
just to see how it is.
we never talked to like a bachelor. You know, some guy who swindled a bunch of girls. Because you know, the only people who have the real answer are the people that have slept with like have the highest body count. Those guys that have like 100 girls
That is not
just
true.
dying to be with them because they know what they because those guys have been through it and they know if it's worth it or not. They'll tell you if it's like worth it, if it's they would do it again, they would have done anything different.
Well, well, people like that aren't really the best to ask for advice if they have like, you know, a stupidly high amount of body count.
So who would you go to, Jeremy? Imagine you gotta go to somebody for like dating advice or girlfriends. You would think like your dad, right? But like nowadays it's like
Uh,
that's really embarrassing.
yeah, it kind
AI.
of is, but yeah,
But would
fucking
you
Chat
say
GPT.
would you say it's only would you say like naturally? Like imagine this like before the internet, don't you think that's how they used to do it?
Yeah, definitely.
Like
And
what do
with
you think they
their
used to do
friends,
back then?
probably.
Would you say it has to do with something? Like is it just the fact that they're your parent or is it because of something deeper? Like you just don't trust issues.
No,
Well, they have experience.
Exactly.
true.
Like if they're
You kind
married
of
and they
also
had you
go
then
to them for like any type of advice.
They've made stupid decisions, they made smart decisions, so they have
Yeah,
experience. But you can also ask some of your friends as well.
yeah,
It all depends on who I think has experience enough.
right.
yeah, I'd say like
And
the older I'd say like not the older the better because there's a certain age where like it just starts to go cuckoo like Joe Biden. But I'd say talking to somebody who's in like their 40s or 50s is the point where like they're done. Like their hormones are just down. Like they don't want to fuck. They're just trying to relax and find
that's not true,
purpose in life.
man. Well, people are freaky.
Some of them just are desperate, but like majority, they're literally their biology just doesn't allow them to get like they just don't. They're not made to have sex at that old age.
Yeah.
At our age, it's like we can fucking go like rabbits, but 30 years from now, we're not gonna be able to do that. and that's just facts.
At
That's just how
40?
the body works.
It's
At 40, 30 years from now, you think you can still be going like a jackrabbit?
With my wife.
Hell no.
With my
You're not gonna be able
e-girls.
to lift her up like you used to. That's unrealistic. You're gonna fucking break her back, buddy.
That's not true, man. I'm
Unless
gonna
you
be a
lift every day.
bodybuilder.
You'd be like Arnold, live every day. Lift every day. You might get that. But
The only problem I have with e-dating is when people like you know that cringy couple that's all over each other in school or something, or just like in public.
yeah,
It's like that, but
yeah,
on on games and
right.
stuff, who just like are so clingy and just like they make it so obvious.
Kind of like
Like
the Discord kitten shit.
so
yes,
you
like
don't.
oh dude, like why? Like
So
that's
you.
that's too much. That's too much.
Mm,
Like
so you
Valorant,
know.
Valorant's so fucking bad with that stuff. Have you seen like TikToks of that where it's like her blah 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 and his blah blah
It's like
blah?
if you win this round, I'll I'll do X.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's so like it's not even just e-dating. It's just like couples like that in general. Or e-dating makes it worse though. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I get what you would call like a metaphor or analogy of
Yeah.
the girls, of the couples in school where like it's cringy.
Hmm.
It's just like the feelings are exaggerated
Right.
like a lot, where it's like, oh, I love you, but I think you're leaning towards more, um, like going against public displays of affection, kind of like a traditional view of things, where it's like, just get a room, you two.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Don't make it obvious that like you're dating. Like
I would say
good
you would really
development.
not like you'd really not like for everybody for it to be normal for just you to walk into like say you're walking in with like say you're like a cousin or something whatever you're walking in with your friend to like an ice cream shop and there's just this couple at a table just like making out or holding hands. I'd say holding hands is like it's subtle enough to where it's like I don't mind I
Yeah,
guess but
holding
like
hand is all right,
once
but
they
if you have
start
each
like
other's tongues down each other's throat,
it's like
that's where I
going for
draw the
five
line.
seconds
Yeah,
like if saying a kiss goodbye it's like oh okay
kisses goodbye is
it's like a
it's fine.
second. But
But
it's once they just start making it normal that they just like take off your pants. We got to do it.
we're in
Go.
the
We got to
middle
go
of
to the bathroom.
class. In
Once
the
you just
middle of
start
the
making
hallway.
once you start making like casually just doing it in like public areas, that's where it's like. No, the thing is like once it becomes normal, it's easy for it to become much more. So it's either like you just don't allow like public displays of affection altogether, because if you give people an inch, they want a mile. So if you let them hold hands, eventually somebody's gonna escalate it.
I
To
mean,
like
not necessarily.
I guess if you enforce it properly, then no. But depends if you have the resources to just keep enforcing it. 'Cause
Yeah.
if people with their friends get away with it, they're gonna tell their friends and their friends and their friends. They're gonna be like, "Well, I did it in the mall and they were fine with it."
Dude, wait, you just reminded me. Last year, this was like I think this was like a little after COVID. Me and my friends would go out into our school courtyard during lunch and we would eat. And we were like, it was like this tiny circle table. It was like six, seven of us. And everyone's on their phones and stuff. And the gym is like right across the lunchroom, and the lunchroom is right next to the courtyard. So it's like, everything's right next to each other down one hallway. And my friend is just looking down at his phone, you know, doing whatever. And he just looks up and he says, two kids just got caught fucking uh, in the gym what? The gym closet. And then we got out of the courtyard and we just see down the hallway next to the gym up like a huge crowd of people just like looking
Yo.
around. There were teachers, there were janitors, there were fucking like freshmen running around. It was so funny.
They wanted
You wanna be
first
my
row seats
friend?
to that.
We're gonna make a shit post out of that. You wanna be my friend? Well, what does Blood think he is?
Why don't you accept my friend request?
Blood got a little too excited. With that girl with the fucking hair like all messed up. Dude is just like with his shirt unbuttoned coming out.
His pants
Yeah,
are
I don't
gone.
know. Some people just can't contain it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like they can't get a room. They're like, we have to do it now.
I'm itching. Take off your pants.
Like Superman, they just tear off their shirt. The
And their
hormones for
pants.
some people, the hormones are fucking they kick too strong. Either that or they just I don't know. Some people just can't control themselves, honestly. But
Then
I
again,
never had that happen.
our generation has access to like, porn and shit. But like, you know, back in like our parents' day, they were like looking at magazines. We have like free access to this shit. So that's also like a big problem.
Yeah, no, the fact you can just look up like liveleak.com and just see a
Big
bunch of
booty
people
Latinas
get ran
bounce it
over.
oiled up.
Not even that. It's like you can literally go on YouTube and look up like shootings or stuff like that. And there's no like
Yeah,
block. You can just look up live leak or something and just see a guy's
yeah,
fucking head get chopped off. If
yeah, I
you
know.
look the right place and if you got the right keywords,
And parents don't know
you'll
how to
find it.
like handle that stuff. They don't know like you could just do that.
like like if you get the certain keywords, it doesn't even matter if you don't mean to look it up. The fact
Yeah.
that the keywords are there, you're gonna get like the wrong images. Like if you look up busty, even though
Yeah.
you meant to look up something else, it's just gonna pop something up
Yeah.
you didn't mean to.
My health teacher in middle school, she was like talking to her class. It was during class. They were talking about like sports and stuff and like where to buy sports stuff and gear. And she typed in Google on it was like put up on the smart board so everyone could see. She looked up dicks and a whole bunch of penises popped up in the middle of class.
Nah, you should have expected that. That's just that's you fumbled.
It
You
was
should have looked
so
up
funny.
sporting goods.
She went into images and everything.
Don't be my friend.
Shut up.
Teacher wiling. You know everybody pull out their phones.
It's so fucking loud.
Jeremy, why would you put that on, dude? It's gross.
Ah, cool.
It matches the story. They gotta hear that closet in their ears.
Who does Blood think he is? All right, buddy.
Yeah,
All
Jeremy,
right.
you seriously gotta stop, man.
I'm sorry.
So is that it? You don't have nothing to add, Jeremy?
What?
You don't want to add anything to that? To that? You're kind of silent. You have nothing to say about that? No, I think.
Nah, well, yeah. I feel like the people who do kind of like treat e-dating like that, it kind of leaves that reputation on e-dating itself. Like, people kind of like, some people could see it as like, oh, it's fucking weird. Like, but like, I feel like if, cause like I agree that like stuff that you guys are talking about, it is kind of weird, and you could kind of say it's like not real. It's kind of like cope, like you said. Like you can't find a woman in real life, so like you go online, meet this random person, and summon all the riz you got online. And yeah, it's like a way to cope.
Yeah, I would say it's fueled by like insecurity.
Yeah.
And because you're like level 90 and she's like level 1 and she's like especially in like games where it's like ranking is everything. Like you know how we used to know come Ty, you know how we used to know that girl with the end, the girl that used to hang out with parties.
Huh?
What more can I say? The Rainbow Six Siege girl?
Nikki?
Yeah. I didn't want to say her name, but
No,
Shut
I'm
up.
not gonna shit. You know how many Nickies there are?
All right, but yeah, like that girl Nikki, dude, she was talking with some really old guys, like some dudes who were like they were smoking and like openly admitting it. Like they were just on something. They were just open about it. They were like, "Yep, I'm doing this. I'm doing weed. I'm
I
smoking,"
mean,
because they took pride in it. Honestly, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get another ounce of weed." I don't know exactly what they said because I usually don't. I don't like to say at parties where like they're over here like hitting the pipe and shit.
yeah.
But
I
apparently
mean,
those dudes are just good at the game because they just play all day and smoke, do
they were
drugs.
not good. The only thing that like bothered me about that was like she was talking to grown ass men, not in
It was
like
the age difference. That's
not
just
in like a romantic way, but it would be weird because it would only be grown ups, like not kids around our age, so like grown ass late 20s, early 30-year olds. They were cool sometimes, but it was like it was weird.
yeah.
By the
I
way,
think that goes. What?
have you told your story?
No, not yet.
Are you
What
like
time are we on?
You stalling?
stop?
It's
He's nervous.
What time are we on though?
We're on 50 minutes.
been 15 minutes already.
Yeah.
Oh, editing wise, that will go down, but because like right now I'm taking a while adding to the time. But yeah, I can start my story if you want to end it there. So in terms of my story, I'll start it to where I got the interest in girls first, and then I'll kind of go into blah blah blah. All right. So my story, I'm 10 years old, and I got these two buddies, right? Both dudes, both my age, both goes to the same elementary school. I got these two buddies, and I grew up with them and everything. Still got old Polaroids with them, and we used to like swim in our pool. I used to go to their houses. We were pretty cool. And when I went to their house, I didn't go very frequently, but when I did, the first time um, I went to these guys' house and I went to their room upstairs, and there wasn't anything in their room, so it was just kind of cool. They had like a refrigerator. I was like, oh, that's I don't have a fridge in my room. That's pretty cool. And they had like a hammock and everything. It was pretty weird upstairs. It was pretty much their room. Like they didn't have restrictions or anything. But then I went downstairs, and like the first thing I saw was like this calendar of like this nude girl, like topless.
Sweet mama.
And it was because his dad was a DJ. And so it was like one of those things, but that was like I just kind of like got stun locked for it for a little bit. I kept walking, but I was like I didn't know what to think about it.
Did you have to do the
I
crab
didn't
walk?
pay too much attention because like they made it seem like it was nothing, so I just kind of followed the lead. Like okay, I guess it's normal. And I mean, I guess it was normal for them because they just had it out. Like it wasn't covered or anything. It was just out. So like if you walked in the basement, open the door, it was just right there.
Bricked up.
But yeah. On top of that, I didn't have like it was shocking to me because I didn't have a phone as a kid, but I did have a family computer. Although I never looked anything up on it because I didn't know what like even though I saw it, like I don't know the buzzword. Like I didn't know what you were supposed to type in the browser to get that. So I didn't even try because I was like I don't know what that is. I didn't even know what the word nude meant or anything. I just know that there were girls and there were boys, right? So fast forward a bit, I ended up figuring it out online, connecting two and two. I don't know how exactly I came up with it or how I found out, but I found out what the word naked meant. Probably because like it came up when I was changing, or like somebody used it when they were changing or something. I don't know. So I found out what the word naked meant, and of course I know what girl meant. I know what girls
Naked.
are. I knew what naked meant. So I put two and two together. Um, got the family computer and
Oh
I
no.
typed in the so back then I knew what www was and .com. You had to put that every time you wanted to look something up. So I just looked up Okay, I was like, what do I type in? And I typed in like naked women, naked girls, like .com.
Naked girls
And
or twerking.
the first time, nothing popped up because like there was no domain name that. So and I just kept like switching it around, switching the words and stuff. And eventually, um, I got it, and I got into like a
Oh yeah.
website where it was just like on full display, like a bunch of videos, just like P-Hub. Like it was
Nice.
just like a bunch
Nice.
of lists of like videos and stuff. From there I got really curious because I was like, how again like I looked at the poster, although this was like on another level because there was like a bunch of different selections, right? And at that point I was like, all right, now I know that I really like girls. All right, now I know I'm not gay for sure. Okay, because I was like, I was curious about this shit. I clicked on a video and that was actually the first time when I started. The first time I did it, I started being
He's
my
so
monkey.
closeted.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. The old videos were like amateur. They were like really poorly made, but like you could still tell what was going on.
Like in 280p.
Yeah, it was like 480 actually.
How do you
That was
remember?
like
It's
the standard.
pixels.
It's
8-bit.
just like big ass pixels. You can't even see like who's who. Just like 4 pixels on each corner of the screen. So like,
The
what
actors
happened
were
after that?
always
Did you like date one of the porn stars or something?
uh um after finding the adult websites, um that made me kind of more inclined to get a girlfriend. So I was just kind of like I wanted one because I had this image in my head, and I was like, if this is what I can do if I have a girlfriend, and I was like, I was insecure in real life, so basically, I wanted to have sex with my girlfriend because that's why I wanted a girlfriend to have sex with her. But in real life, I was insecure because I was fat, and I was ugly, and no one had ever complimented me. But I'll get into that later. There was a girl that actually did like me, but I basically wanted to get a girlfriend, and so I was like, okay, I'm fat. Nobody's ever complimented me, so I went on. Actually, no, no, no. I'll tell you about the girl who liked me actually before I talk about Minecraft. So there was a girl who liked me in my elementary, and I wasn't a type of guy that would like. There was much to compliment about me. I was fat and I was ugly, I had acne, and I made like these unfunny jokes. I always tried to be the class clown, and I never found like anybody to laugh at them really. 'Cause there was already a class clown, and he was funnier than me, but I tried. But apparently, this girl thought I was funny, and she liked me. Her name was Yuli, and
It's a cool
she
name.
sat in like the far, I wouldn't say corner. It was like the wall. Like she was against the wall, her table. And the crazy thing is, she wasn't a bad looking girl. Like she didn't have acne or anything. And I was like, she was like a solid at the time for my age. She was like a solid like 8.
How old were
So
you?
this was like an 8, and like I was like, what? Like I'm fat, I'm ugly, and like she's into me.
What
It.
year was this?
Huh? I was in elementary still.
Oh,
I
okay.
would say I'm like 10. I'm 10, so maybe 11. I'm probably still 10. That's like a rough estimate. I'm probably 10 at this time. Still in I would say 2010, maybe around that if you want a year around there. But yeah. So Yuli was like from the same country as my parents, so that was great. That basically meant that she was same ethnicity as me, same culture, and she made it super obvious she liked me. Like it wasn't one of those things where it was like, oh, it seems like she likes me because she like hands me a pencil. No,
Yeah,
like it
works.
wasn't like she handed me a pencil was nice to me. It was like she literally kind of made it so obvious that she liked me. Like she'd immediately start getting shy when I would talk to her. Her voice would raise in pitch every time I had a conversation with her. And I remember there was this one time in specific where we had whiteboards. We were doing something with whiteboards, and for some reason she was sitting with her friend, and she told her friend like, "I'm gonna write on this whiteboard everybody that I have a crush on." And I got, you know, I let her write. I was like doing the thing. We were doing an assignment with the whiteboards, but I got curious and I just somehow I walked behind her. She didn't notice, and then I just like saw my name right there. And then I know that it was my name and not anybody else's because as soon as I looked at it, she literally just covered it up. She literally like took it and like pressed it up against her chest in order to like hide it. And then she got super embarrassed by that. And she was like a really feminine girl. She didn't look like the type of girl who had issues or like cuts on her wrist or anything like that, which was odd. She just kind of had like this. I guess it was a low income area. She did kind of have like the same clothes, but there was nothing like wrong with her actually. But that seeing my name on the whiteboard, honestly, it gave me like a huge ego boost, which was good and bad because it gave me hope that like I actually have like a chance at dating and I'm not like hopeless. But it also made me think to myself like I can do better than her. So I
Wait,
didn't advance.
Fox, give me like a recap. I just missed like 3 to 2 minutes because my stepdad came in.
What part?
Um, I got to the part where she thought you were funny, and then she was like an 8 out of 10.
Okay, so recap for you, Jai. So basically, girl was an 8, and there was this one part in particular. So before this certain event, I could tell that she was into me because her voice would get high pitched. She'd get embarrassed, like all the signs that this girl had a crush on you, like she basically showed it.
Yeah.
So even though like those were obvious signs, I still was kind of skeptical. And there was this one event in particular with whiteboards where we were doing an assignment. We're doing like this fun little game in class with the whiteboards. So she brought the whiteboards out. Teacher handed them out. And she was sitting with her friend and she happened to be like, I'm gonna write all the names of the crushes I have. And then she did it, she wrote them down. I let her write it down and I wasn't paying attention, but then I got curious and then I sneaked behind her. She didn't notice me. And then I get enough of a peek to look at all the names and I see my name in specific. And I
Oh,
know that it was my name and it wasn't anybody else's name because she literally pulled back immediately after and got super embarrassed about it.
Was it
But it
only
was
your
odd
name?
because in like a high pitched voice he just said like don't look. And like that that gave me like a huge ego boost after that because it was like so obvious.
damn.
I was like that did it for me. Like I know she likes me because of that.
That's
But
sick.
the ego boost was like a double-edged sword. So this is where we continue where I left off. The ego boost was a double-edged sword for me because it boosted my ego and made me think I actually have like game. I actually have a chance. There's actually people
Hey,
that like me,
Riz.
right? But after that, I was like, I got cocky and I got overconfident. I was like, well, if I can pull her, then I could pull a girl like a 10. And then I ended up like not. I ended up trying to pull like a Chad move and like just ignore her, I guess. Because apparently, like I was just taught that that was kind of like cool if you just ghost girls, like the girls come to you type of thing. So
Yeah.
I just kind of I fooled myself thinking to myself like she's just gonna chase me. I wanted to have like that kind of idea in my head that if I just didn't talk to her, she would just chase my. But no, we eventually moved up a grade and we didn't have the same classes anymore. And I never had an opportunity like that again. And it passed. And that made me just like go like really deep in insecurity after that because I was like, I realized that like I fucked up. But for some reason, I couldn't come to terms with like going back to her and saying, I liked you and stuff like that. And 2016 rolled around and Let's Plays and Hunger Games are getting really popular on YouTube. I watch like Dan TDM and these Minecraft YouTubers and Stampy Long Nose. That's what it used to be called. And I don't have the same servers as them, but I have Lifeboat. And I go on Lifeboat on my tablet and the tablet I got on my birthday. And I start role playing and I do end up turning into a furry. Not out of my own will, but because every person that's role playing, everybody that's saying 1, 2, 3 is a furry. Like once you role play a lot, you start getting into like the realm of becoming a furry.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I chose to be one. It was just because like nobody was role playing with me. Like I wanted to
Yeah.
role play with people. I wanted attention because my home life wasn't very good. My dad was always working, and I was like insecure about telling my parents stuff, right? And it was just I didn't feel comfortable telling them a lot of things and going to them with a lot of things. So I kept that hidden. So I went online. I went on Minecraft and I got into role playing. So I turned into a furry and then I get a lot more people that want to role play with me. Eventually I get to the point where I meet these three girls and Comeback. Although Comeback's not on yet. Meet these three girls, introduce myself. We start role playing, we hit it off. And the relationship deepens. I get an Xbox on my next birthday after a while. I found out that one of these girls plays Overwatch. Not the girl that I end up dating, but like this is just one of the girls that I play with, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna buy Overwatch so I can play with this girl. And so I buy the game, and I actually play with her occasionally. Not like on a daily basis because she was not into me, but she was a girl, so I was like, you know, it's kind of cool that I'm casually talking to a girl on a game. I thought it was pretty cool that I could just go in a game and act like I know this girl. And I kind of wanted people to be kind of jealous of that, that I knew a girl gamer. I talked to a girl gamer. Although she didn't take me seriously very much. She like ghosted me a lot. Either that or she didn't play a lot. So I did kind of waste money playing Overwatch, but that's when I met you come back and I download Fortnite and I find out that you got an Xbox. I joined your party. And I joined your party come back because I wanted revenge because I knew that you bullied me. And so I hop in I think the first time I
Ooh.
check, you in a party. And then I immediately find out that like you're in a party, it's open, and then I immediately join. And I catch you. You're talking. Mid
Yeah.
sentence, I catch you with your voice. And then I don't turn on my voice. I mute, but I have a mic. I mute. And then I just put in the text like, I heard you. Blah 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 blah. Peer pressure. I
Yeah.
pressed you to turn it on because I'm like, I know I heard you. And
I
then,
was nervous, dude. You were freaking
yeah,
me
because
out.
yeah.
Oh, I
But
forgot about that.
yeah, yeah. I think and then I kind of wanted to blackmail you in a way for that because I was like, you bullied me all the time. But then I was like, that's too mean. I wasn't that I wasn't that like I couldn't go through with something like that. I just felt wrong. So then I just eventually I revealed my voice too after you make yourself known that like okay, you know my voice, you just turn it on and don't give a shit about me. And you just tell me like I don't give a shit anymore. And so I turn it back on. I turn my mic on. We talk. Then you have your old friends, but then we just start talking. And I think we add each other on Snapchat because we didn't have Discord.
Yeah.
And
I
and
felt
eventually
bad, by the
we add
way, for that time when I was being a dick to you.
I could not feel the sympathy, honestly. But only after like we revealed our voice, I could kind of sense that you didn't like doing that to me. But in the back of
Yeah.
my head, I still knew that you were still like a bully to me. But eventually, they just faded out. I was like, you just started being nice to me, and I was like, I don't have a reason to have this bias towards you anymore. But yeah, we added each other on Snapchat. We added the girls on Snapchat as well, and we roleplay. Now we know each other. He starts bullying me less because we know each other now. Um, but eventually, the girls want to start getting to know us better. They add us on Snapchat. Once they add us on Snapchat, that eventually develops. We do have a few games, private games, where like there was this one time where it was like the whole gang, me, Ty, these three girls, and we have like swimsuits on. I painted like a six pack because I kind of thought about not putting a six pack. Then I was like, I don't want to look like a little bitch. So then I painted a six pack on me.
No, dude. Oh my god.
dude. And I was just sitting in like a pool with them. I felt like the shit because I was like, I got these girls in bikinis and I'm I'm sitting here with a six pack.
Oh
I was
my
like,
god, dude.
I, the Chad aura came back because I was like, I'm sitting in this like lake type of shit, like a pool. These girls got bikinis. There's like three girls around me. Dude, I'm a Chad, and I get a confidence boost from that. But they get to know us better after we do things like that kind of regularly. We kind of join their private worlds a lot. We do stuff like that. They add us on Snapchat. We talk. We don't reveal our voice through Snapchat. I don't know why, but
It's
where
for
we do
fucking
reveal our
stupid
voice,
children.
yeah, we didn't really want to do it. But like, we were just text only. The point where it stopped being text only is where they released the Xbox app, and then on the Xbox app, they made accounts and then they joined us in parties, and slowly but surely we all revealed our voices. And at the time, I was before we revealed our voices, I did start a relationship with one of the girls named Bella, and these girls weren't even in our state or anything, which is I was like these girls are really far, this is like really long distance. Like we cannot meet up even if I tried. These girls are like more than an hour drive, like more than 5 hours away from me. So I'm dating this girl, aware that like it's long distance, but I'm living this fantasy. I don't know her voice, I don't know her face, so I'm like, she's probably hot. I just lie to myself because obviously I don't want to tell myself that she's ugly. But then we reveal our voice. Once I hear her voice, it's underwhelming. Once we heard our voices, I would say like even for comeback, once we heard their voices, it was like underwhelming. I'm like, did you expect like something sexier sounding when you heard the voices for the first time?
I expected a grown ass man. I'm not even gonna lie.
You came in with that expectation?
I
I'm
did.
still emotional on my dick right now.
Not me. Not
No,
me. I
that
was
was I
like,
wasn't. I didn't really think they were gonna be like, maybe yeah, like grown ass adults. But that was like a thought in the back of my mind. I was like, wait, what the fuck? What if these are like grown people? But
honestly,
yeah, I did kind of expect for them to sound attractive.
I don't know. We expected some hot sounding girls because we're young,
What's
we're
up,
fucking young,
boys? How's it
and then they talk,
going?
and then we start finding out that they're actually pretty cringy about the jokes they make. The way
Yeah.
they're like girly isn't a feminine type of girly. It's like they're being kind of cringy, like type of funny, type of joking, type of girl. It's not very feminine. It's just like a weirdo type vibe. And I mean, you can be a weirdo to an extent, but it's like you're kind of weird if you start going down.
There was too much
It's,
weird, too much
like they
weirdness.
they like they would play this game called Mystic Messenger where like it was like anime boys. And I was like, I downloaded the app because I was like, do they have any girls on the app? I guess so I can try it. And they were like, oh, there's this one girl. I download the app and I'm like, dude, and I undownload that shit
What?
because they tell me one of the games they play. And it's called like Mystic Messenger, and it's basically like a
I don't remember
AI.
this.
It's kind of like Sims. They probably might have not told you, but they told me one of the apps they play, one of the games. Because I'm like, I'm kind of wondering what they play other than Minecraft. They play PUBG, like you said, but then
Yeah.
one of the other games is Mystic Messenger, where it's like they basically text like these simulated AI. It's not AI, really smart AI, but like they like program, right? But it's like these anime boys that they just message, and I found it really weird, and I got just uncomfortable by the whole thing. I undownloaded it, and I called them weird for it, and I guess they thought I was joking, but I was serious. I was like, "This is weird, dude." I just find a lot of things that they were doing. I was like, "I get
Yeah.
okay. I guess this is like." I kind of cope with it. I was like, "I guess this is what girls do." I'm not a girl, so I don't know. I was like, "All right. I guess I know they're into boys. That's good. At least I know they're not like into girls." Um, and then we show our faces. I don't remember on what platform, but I
It was
think it
like
was
the
either Snapchat.
strangest, most randomest platform ever. It
Yeah, I
wasn't
don't know which.
FaceTime. It wasn't Snapchat. It was like this unnamed bullshit. I remember.
Really? Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't. I don't have a good recollection.
it was really random.
So it goes from role playing occasionally, going on private worlds, texting regularly out of the application, and then voice, and then now we're at face. So now that we're at face, it's like now we know what we're dealing with. Now we know the voice. Now we know even the state, and we know the voice, the face, the state, and we were just underwhelmed completely. Once we saw the face, we were like, maybe there's hope in the face. Maybe. Maybe these girls don't have a good voice. And I'm like, even setting my expectations too high. My first time dating, maybe I shouldn't expect a model. But I was like, oh no. Once I saw the face, I was like, dude, I was like, no, no, no. Because like, I was like, the girls I picked, like, what are the chances? I could have literally rizzed up like this other, like, her sister looked, I don't know if it was her sister, but like,
No, they
I
weren't
was like,
sisters.
I'd rather have dated this other girl that she hangs out with. I'd rather dated like this third girl or this other girl. Why did I end up with this one? Like me and Ty just ended
It's
up
crazy.
picking. I'm not gonna lie. When I found out what all their faces look like, I don't think there was a single one of them that was like an 8. Like I think Yuli was an 8, but these girls were like Yuli made these girls look like
Chumps.
if these girls look like this, I was like, Yuli's a 10 at this point. If these girls look like this. And I was just like so filled with like regret. And I was like, what do I do? What do I do? Because I was like, I can't keep going. Like the illusion is broken at this point. Like reality, I get this big ass reality check that like, hey buddy, you know you're not messaging what you think you're messaging anymore. This is what they look like. This is what they sound like. And this is a little bit of like what they do in their spare time. And I'm like, no, dude. I don't like their personality. I don't like I don't like what they look like. I don't like their voice. And at that point, it's like it starts building up of just breaking up with them. And I didn't even have to do it. I think I probably did, but like because it was long distance, my girlfriend in specific got a boyfriend in real life, and that's where I just kind of just didn't have to keep trying. I think I did break up with her, but no, I don't think I did. But she got a boyfriend basically. Of course, she didn't tell me, but um,
You're
your
still
girlfriend
together.
come back. Yeah, your girlfriend come back. She talked to me and she was, dude, your girlfriend come back. She was like a shipper. Like she would constantly ship things.
Mm,
Like she would I think she's the
dude,
reason why I picked who I picked.
don't remind me, man.
Yeah, comeback's girl was like a love romantic. She was just
Us.
fantasizing a lot. What? Thanks, girl. She influenced a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
she was a freak.
basically my girlfriend cheats on me. I guess you could call it that. Um, Comeback's girlfriend reveals that to me, which is how I find out. And she's like, "It's crazy." She was like, "If her boyfriend, you might as well like, kind of like slide in when her boyfriend breaks up with her, because then you can catch her when she's like, no, like sad. You have a chance." And I'm like, "No." I'm like, not even I stoop down that low. I'm not gonna try to slide in when she gets broken up with. I'm like, no, dude, I can't anymore. So I just stopped it there. I'm just like, yeah, this is the point where like I gotta part ways. And I don't know if I tell my girlfriend in specific. Did I say her name? Bella? That's her name.
Yeah.
I don't think I actually tell her that I want to like stop dating, but I just basically stopped talking to her. We stopped talking to them. I don't know at what point, but like it just went for a while where we just stopped we stopped messaging them, we stopped responding.
Remember they
And
messages us?
I was gonna say
They
that.
messaged us a little while ago.
Yeah. After a while they actually messaged us. My girlfriend in specific messaged me back because she said, I don't know, I'm pretty sure her boyfriend broke up with her. I'm 1,000% sure her boyfriend broke up with her. And for some reason she was like open about the fact that she wanted to date me because he wasn't there anymore.
Yeah. Oh.
It was
Gotcha.
like it was like, didn't you have a crush on me or something like that? Basically trying to like give me a chance. And I was like, I just didn't respond. I didn't message her anything. I
Yeah,
didn't
I
block her
remember they
either.
texted us. That we just didn't respond.
Yeah.
That was awkward, man.
But it didn't end there for me. I didn't stop dating her. And that was it. It was after COVID where I got another girlfriend. And now
Holy shit.
the thing is, when I was young, it was like it was different because it was like I was living a fantasy and stuff like this. But in 2020, it was just like degeneracy. It was just pure like I'm down bad. Like I don't have any dating experience now. The only girlfriend I did have was just ugly as fuck. I was like I can't let it end it there. I can't end it there. But like the last girlfriend I had to tell people that she looked like that. She lived in this state. Like she was playing these type of games, and I was like, "Oh, dude, I can't tell people my last girlfriend was a weirdo." That wasn't the motive for why I got another girlfriend. I just started playing Roblox a lot, so I stopped playing Minecraft during like the lockdown. I play a lot of like Call of Duty with Comeback, and I level up a lot in that game. But what I didn't tell him was that I was playing Roblox a lot. I also was playing it because of my old friend. He used to make me play it a lot. He like match outfits with me. It was kind of weird. But basically, I started playing like mini games. In specific, it was like epic mini games, and I played that game not because of her, but like I genuinely just kind of just like the people that were joining that game. I met a couple like cool people who were like teenagers, obviously, and you could tell because you could tell when it was a teenager and when it was a kid because of the way you joked. So I just like the people because there was a lot more teenagers playing that game, and I was like, I fit in here. Like I can joke around about stupid stuff. I'm not taking like a weirdo or a joke, but for some reason that's my social outlet. I go to that game a lot to try to like socialize. Because I can't socialize in real life and it's locked down and everything. And eventually, this girl just keeps playing the server like over and over. I catch this girl like again and again, like here. It's the same kind of deal with Minecraft where it's like these people you just keep seeing them again and again, and you just eventually work up the courage to just talk to them because it's like if you're gonna be here all the time, I might as well know who you are. So I see this girl here all the time. Um, I don't remember her name. Well, we can call her. What can we call her? What was her name? Come on, give me a name. Give me a
Margaret.
fake name. Something a little sexier.
Tyler.
Give me a girl name, bro.
Tyler could be a girl name.
I'm not about to describe dating as your name. That's weird. That would sound gay as fuck.
um,
Miss Tyler.
alright, I'm trying to
Do you have
think.
any girl name, Jeremy?
Uh,
Give me like any girl name, Jeremy.
All I know is like white trash names, like Lindsay.
Okay. Well, she's
Sorry,
not
any
Hispanic,
Lindsays
but
out there.
Lindsay, Lisa. I could call her Lisa. Lisa's not bad. I was gonna say Maria, but like she's not Hispanic. We'll go with Lisa.
Maria.
All right, so
Maria.
we're playing this Roblox game over and over and over. And eventually I just kept seeing Lisa like pop up in these servers a lot. Her gamer tag wasn't Lisa, but we'll go with Lisa, right? Lisa, I keep seeing Lisa again and again. I'm like, we start talking because we see each other a lot. We start being casual with the way we talk, and then we just add each other. No, she wants to add me actually on Discord. She sees me a
Damn.
bunch, and she's like, she makes the first move. I didn't want to progress to going out of the application, but like, a girl kind of like made the move on me, so I was like, well, she's a girl, and I was desperate. I was like, okay, well, I know she's not a child. I know that she's around my age, and if she was around my age, she was, I think, an age older or younger. But like the age difference isn't that big. But I talk with her on Discord, um, and we kind of get to the point where we progress pretty rapidly, to the point where it's like getting intimate, and I show her my face,
Damn.
and no, she shows me her face first, and I feel the need, which is crazy. She just casually just showed me her face, and I was like, "You look beautiful." I was like, I complimented her on it, of course, because I was like, that's to the point where it just started to get really intimate. Because I started complimenting her about the way
Boy
she
got
looks,
Riz.
I'm
and
just
then
pissed you never told me about this.
I don't. It was just the way it ends is just really weird because it
Oh.
wasn't even my fault. The reason why it ended so badly.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but I show her my face because I feel the need to do that because I was like, she already sent me like two pictures of herself, like one in the mirror. That was like, I got this new, I don't know, it was like a sweater. What was it like? It was designer
Damn.
Bape. I think that's what they call it, Bape. It was like a shark or some shit like that. And I guess she had like a full body mirror and she like showed me like from the waist up kind of like what she was wearing. I don't know why she did it so casually. It caught me off guard because I didn't expect her to send me a picture. But then, blah blah blah. I show her a picture of my face, and from there, it just kind of like kind of deep in, and then Valentine rolls around, and I do the whole Valentine thing with her, and it's cringy, but try to make it like you know, because I'm kind of at this point I'm kind of treating her like a girlfriend. And at that point, when she accepted my Valentine, I was like, okay, I guess we're dating now. And I think at some point we just casually start saying that like, yeah, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, we're dating because of how deep we're in. But she, I don't know, something happens in her life, and she stops playing and talking on Discord completely for like months. And after that, I kept joining the mini games and stuff, expecting to see her, but like no sign of her. So I assumed like she ghosted me and that was it. But apparently, yeah, no, something did come up in her life where she just couldn't play anymore because
Oh.
stuff happened in real life. After she comes back, I quickly realized that like it's not the same. Like she doesn't want to just like be flirty anymore with me. It's not boyfriend and girlfriend anymore. It's like how we used to be. We're friends type of thing. Where it's like it's not addressed. Like are we still boyfriend and girlfriend? It's just like the way we're talking to each other, the way she's acting is like okay, we're not we kind of like went down now. Now we're just the friends that we used to be. And I actually didn't really mind that because that's how we usually kind of acted like friends, I guess. And where it gets kind of weird is where my old friend who used to help me in school a lot just kind of told me to like get back together with her. So he kind of tells me, I explained to him the whole ordeal about like, oh, we met because he plays Roblox a lot with me and he used to copy my outfits a lot, but he used to join me. He used to like check if I was online and he would just join. So eventually, he sees that I'm talking with her in game, and he kind of questions me because the way I'm talking with her so casually, and I had to basically give him the whole rundown. And I give him the whole rundown. He's like, dude, like, are you guys still like, dating? I'm like, no, not really. I mean, just kind of like we're friends, I guess. I didn't know how to put it because I was like, I wasn't really sure if we were still intimate or like boyfriend or girlfriend. I was just like, I guess we're friends. But then he's like, no, dude, you have to like tell her like that you want to keep, I guess, you want to be, boyfriend or girlfriend again. Shoot, this is where the lines kind of get blurry for me because I don't know what happens after that. I only kind of know how it ends. Eventually, after she like stops talking to me after months, it just becomes clear that like after that, she just doesn't want to be that anymore. And I kind of get that. It's my friend who put it in my head. Like I get it that like she doesn't want to be like I was like, okay, I guess I can be friends, like that's fine. We don't have to be intimate. But my friend kept putting the idea in my head that like we no, like we had to date. Like she likes you, dude. Because I told him how like she sent me a picture and all this, and she was like, really? He was like, really? You did all that with her? And I told her about the Valentine, and he was like, no, dude, you like she likes you, man. And he kept like feeding the ego that I had. And eventually I get the Chad fucking mentality again. Where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pull the moves. I try it. I think she just tells me that like she doesn't want to, because I don't know. I knew that she would decline, but I was like, for some reason I was sad about it because I still had like that Chad mentality. So I was like in my head I was like, she's gonna say yeah, but then when she said no, I was like, oh. But I guess my friend tries to just keep pushing it, and I don't know. He actually does talk a bit with her. Um, with me not knowing, because they friend each other and talk with each other. And I don't know what he told her, but like eventually it just gets to the point where she starts to really talk with him and like not get intimate with her. He was the type of guy who like for some reason he didn't have any libido, like any sexual drive. Like he had a lot of friends that were girls, which really struck me as odd because he could say hi to a bunch of girls and he knew a bunch of girls, but I was like, but he didn't go anywhere. Like he didn't talk he didn't talk to them in a way which is like flirty. It was just kind of like neutral. And I guess when it came to girls, he just never saw like anything sexual there. Like he wasn't turned on by them or anything. But he kind of talks to this girl that I know, Lisa. We can call her Lisa. Was what we're calling her. So he talks to Lisa and he's like, he kind of opens up about himself. I guess he kind of vents, kind of like how you said your girl was kind of treating you like a therapist. I guess with my friend, he was doing the kind of like something similar, where he was gonna open it up about himself, and he started talking about like the stuff that I was doing to him, and I guess he made me look like a jerk, like a total jerk. And
Oh,
the stuff he's saying
I remember you
wasn't
telling me this now.
yeah, the stuff he was saying wasn't a lie, but it was like I felt like in a position where I was like, what do I mean, it's not a lie, but I was like, and I can't say it's a lie or else he'll call me out on it. So I was just put in this situation where I was like, now she thinks I'm a jerk. Now she thinks I'm a dick, and I don't know what to do. I'm put in like a checkmate, and from there she just starts seeing me as this guy that she can't be friends with because I like essentially bully this kid, and then my reputation just goes like in the fucking garbage,
He
and
cock
that's the point
blocked
where.
you.
But
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
he fucking ruined my reputation with her, even being friends. So at that point, she just outright calls me like a jerk because she already knows how I treat him. And I was like, I want to kind of rationalize it. I want to like tell her like obviously I do this because of this and this because he's like that and that. But like I guess I was in a position where like if I said anything, she wouldn't believe me. She would just go to him and he'd believe. She was believing him more than she was believing me at this point because I'm a jerk. She has no reason to believe me, really. And at that point, it was like it was just obvious that like we're never gonna date. We're not even gonna be friends anymore because now she sees me as a jerk, and my friend already blocked me to the point where no return. So she sends me the last message on Discord, and she just kind of ends off saying I'm like a pathetic like jerk and stuff like that,
Man, what the
like a
fuck?
sad face, like a sad face. And I mean, at that point, I don't just I text her anymore. At that point, I just kind of read that message. I'm like, okay, I'm I'm putting my phone down. I'm gonna play some Call of Duty to try to get my mind off of it. And I don't really go back to ever check. For some reason, I keep her in my friends list, but eventually I take her out. I don't know why I kept her there, but yeah, on Roblox you can still see her in my profile because you can't take out blocked friends or banned friends actually. So she's
Man,
still there in my profile, but
fuck that bitch. She's a jerk. Kill her.
she didn't get the whole picture, so I don't blame her. From her side of the story, she basically heard everything that my old friend was saying and not my side.
Yeah.
So if you heard the other side and not my side, you'd basically be like, "Damn,
Way different,
that
man. Way
guy's a
different.
jerk." But
Fox is a
yeah,
saint.
so I had a Minecraft girlfriend and a Roblox. At that point, I actually did get scammed because I don't know. I kept getting down bad for girls. This is like the last time though, because at this point I lost money, but I actually recovered it. I lost items worth like hundreds of dollars because just because I knew this person was a girl and I got a message on Discord. It was a scammer, but it didn't seem like a scammer. It just seemed like a girl who was on Discord, and we just have like a normal chat. And eventually, she tells me like, "Oh, you can get like Robux by doing this and selling this shirt and putting this right." She makes me type in this code on my web browser on like the search bar, and I guess that gives her like access to my account. And I'm like eating. I send that, and I'm like, it didn't work. And she's like, "Oh, you gotta let it wait." I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go eat and I'll let it wait, I guess. I'll see how the because I put up the shirt for sale and I'm like, I'm assuming that like this is gonna get a shit ton of sales. I'm gonna get rich. I'm gonna get a bunch of Robux. So I fell for the whole Robux thing. But she was creative with it because I had never seen anybody tell me type this in your search bar. So I didn't think it was sus because I was like, nobody I'd never seen this anywhere. And I was like, okay, there's no way anybody can hack me if I type in a piece of code in my search bar. I was wrong. You got into my account while I was eating. Lucky thing is she didn't destroy the account completely. She just took my Robux, took all my valuable items, and I kind of messaged her like mad. And I'm like, oh, I know you cookie logged me. Good luck getting your account back when it gets banned. I probably shouldn't have said that because immediately after she moved the items to like a different account. But after that, I email support and I get my items back. Not all of them, but like the most valuable ones I get back from a Roblox support member. And I'm like, you know what? I lost literally an item that cost me hundreds. I don't know why I spent hundreds. I literally spent like a money. I literally spent money buying like a Roblox gift card to get this item. And at the end, when I bought it, I was like, why did I buy this? I was like really desperate for attention and just attention from girls and just anybody, honestly. I was like really down bad at this state. I was willing to just spend all my savings on an item that I literally didn't know why I wanted, and I still own it because at this point it's worth more. So that's kind of nice. I think it's like 20% more valuable or whatever. But
Damn.
yeah, that's nice. But I mean, I don't wear it at all. Just
You
kind of
gotta
sitting
sell
there
that
now.
shit.
Nah, dude, they take off a big tax if you try to sell it. I think
No.
it's like 40% by Roblox. So
Ew.
I don't get that much. But it's still profitable. It's
Yeah.
just like the tax is fucking. I might as well keep it if they're gonna tax me that much.
Yeah.
So after that, I'm like, I literally lost money. I almost lost money. if I didn't have this receipt of purchase, I would have been fucked. But I learned my lesson at that point. I'm like, I almost lost this for good. If I lost this, I would have been. I thought I lost it, and I felt horrible about myself. So after that point, I just learned my lesson for good. I just stopped. And at that point, that's where I read a book that changed my life, and that's where I didn't really look back, get desperate anymore. Like to this day, I still don't look at like eat any girls. I actually make a joke of it more than I do take it seriously. I probably say some like out of pocket shit or make it a joke, but I don't even game in general to begin with anymore. Because I'm moving on from that stage of my life where I really go online to produce stuff like making this podcast and these episodes rather than consuming and hanging out with people that don't really care about me and role playing. Um, that's why now I kind of know people a little better that role play because there are some people in my school that are like furries and role play, and I was at that point in my life where like I understand what it was like being a furry. Like I literally set my school profile picture as a furry, but lucky me, like it wasn't like most people didn't see your profile picture. It was like when Google Classroom was a thing. That's when I had the furry profile picture. I took it off now. It's something. It's like a default
Google
picture.
Classroom.
Yeah, and COVID.
Oh,
It has a furry,
dude.
but like, yeah, I don't care about it anymore. Nobody remembers it. Nobody really paid attention, honestly. But yeah, now I kind of get those people a little more who are like furries, and I guess you could say I'm slightly sympathetic, but I don't. It's not that I like them at all. I just understand them. It's different. I don't like allow people to be furries around me. I'm not cool with. I'm not necessarily against it. I have like a whole thing that I made about it about furries, but I guess you could say I understand them a little more. I understand the mindset why you're there, and then I also know a lot about role playing. So that's why I guess today I kind of saw this girl who was like who kind of was kind of showing me that like she didn't confirm it, but like she kind of seemed like the girl who would type of girl who would role play. I was gonna make a joke about it, but um, in terms of like what I would take away if I had to give a lesson from my experience, I honestly would have just loved to read at a lot of a younger age. Because I mean, I reading really changed my life, honestly. Like once I realized that there were like people out there, like once I realized self improvement was a thing, self help and all this, that really helped me get back on my feet. So in terms of what kind of in terms of how I'd view it, in terms of like eating, if like you were in a position already and you couldn't prevent it, I would say the first step would be to literally like just sit down in like boredom, like almost boredom where you just feel bored and just kind of like think about that. Like I think a lot of people distract themselves so much and like stay up so late at night that their brain can't even function and reflect properly. So if you just kind of sit with yourself and think about your situation for a bit, you might actually know the answer. You might know what you're supposed to do, but your brain is just so fucked up and sleep deprived that like you might be making it so hard for your brain to notice that if you just sit down for a little bit, you'll notice. So I would say just do a little more reflection, journal on it a bit. You don't even have to journal about it. Like literally just sit there and like think about your situation and just have like something else to kind of compare, right? Like what would you like and what do you have right now? So kind of just setting up reference points. And yeah. that's about it for me.
Do you guys know the I Survived series, like the books?
I think so.
Do
I
you,
think
have
I've
you heard
seen it at the Scholastic Book Fair.
I
of
don't
those
think so.
books? Do you know the I Survived series?
Nope.
Well, it's like these series of books about like tragic events, like tsunamis, earthquakes, 9/11.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking we make a sequel saying I survived e-dating.
Really? You still read
No,
those books?
no, I don't actually read those books. Not
Oh,
anymore.
okay.
Those are some fire books. I'm not gonna lie.
So what's? I don't know what more to say anymore. I mean,
Well,
facts. I don't. I just don't know what to say from there.
well, we are at an hour and 47 minutes.
Oh shit! I'm a
Damn!
fucking retard.
You're an idiot.
No, I had points. I had advice points actually. I forgot to read them off. I was looking at the floor too much.
Or
Yeah, I was just looking down. I wasn't paying attention, but I did have stuff written out to say.
Fox.
I don't want to say it. We're already too far. This is a lot of editing.
Yeah.
What?
Who edits the videos?
I had to edit the audio.
You edit the
Jeremy has
audio.
the visual effects. I basically
Damn.
edit out. I basically edit out a lot of like the ums and silences and anything that doesn't belong. Like every
Can
time
you
you press that bus thing, I edit that out.
We gotta leave it in there.
I'll leave a
please
few in there, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm
leave
not
this
gonna
one
put
on.
it in a lot. And I'm the one who makes the previews, so it's gonna take me a while if I have a fucking hour.
Could you like edit out the names that I said?
Sure. I can put something like a beeper or whatever.
Well, we should end it off here.
We should.
Shit, I would have liked to refilm it. I did a fucking horrible job, but I know we can't do that. Anyway, let's end it here. My energy's taken out of me. But yeah, guys. So this is gonna be the last episode. Like I said in the intro, last episode, final episode of season 1. Um, as per requested, as by the feedback of YouTube Analytics, I have made a community post letting you guys know. We just don't get views. The analytics just aren't positive. So if you guys want to see more of this, we will continue it, but we have to hit a certain like goal or
Sub
sub.
goal.
We'll see. Sub goal, sure.
All right, guys, get us to 500 subs, and you guys will get season 2 of the GWAD Pod. If you don't, we'll kill you. In the meantime,
Oh,
we're still gonna upload videos, and
yeah, it
you'll
just won't
still
be
get
broadcast.
our stories, but they won't be like 2 hours long, and it won't be a podcast. We'll still have the
Yeah.
Artcast, but we'll do a lot more.
Yeah, we don't really know exactly what we're gonna do after this, but we just know that we want to experiment more with other stuff. I guess we'll try reactions and gamings or whatever we think of. But yeah, guys, 500 subs. We'll release another season of this stuff. I don't think you guys like it, but yep, we'll see how we grow the channel. But thank you for the 7 subscribers that watch. I see that at least some of you stick around. I see that the editing has really gotten a lot of viewers watching longer. That's cool. I guess we ended here. Dude, I'm just really out of energy. I can't be hype or anything.
I just know I'm never coming back on this stupid podcast ever again.
Yippee. I don't know, dude. I'm out of it. I want to go to sleep.
I get it.
Okay. At least school is ending. I guess that's cool.
Yeah, almost
Just gonna
school.
graduate.
Yeah.
Jeremy, how do you want to end it? You want to
Uh,
end it together?
yeah, yeah.
Alright, hold on. Well, I can actually time it.
Okay.
So we're gonna do the sound. Play a sound, any sound. I don't care. If you do the bus thing.
Okay.
At the end of the sound, we're just gonna sync it.
All right.
After, okay, hold on. Let's practice. Okay. So play the sound. Wait, no. Wait. Hold on. Hold on.
Fox, you were off, dude.
Hold on.
I want
I
to go
can
to
edit.
bed. Please.
That's true.
Please.
All right. So how does the outro go again?
It goes.
Where do we time it?
What?
Should we time it at the piece or what are we timing?
Everything.
All right, play the audio and then we'll do the outro.
Just remember, there's like a second bus at the end of it. All right, guys.
All right, guys.
It's been real.
Been real.
It's been real.
Peace.
Peace.
The pause was too long.
Poo poo.
You're not supposed to pause that long, idiot.